Welcome back to another episode of Fail or Fire, series where we tell you what we think is a fail, fire, or just plain mid. I'm your spooky ass host, Thunderius, and I'm joined by my absolutely ghosting you in Snapchat co-hosts,
Crazy Eye Shades.
I'm Dylan, spooky and such.
and we are Cyber Skull Media. Today, we have another lyric Noel for you, and we have covered several of her songs now. Here's a thumbnail, here's a thumbnail, and here's a thumbnail of the things we've covered so far. We have started a playlist with her music on it that we have covered. You can go check that out. We have become very big fans of Lyric Noel and her amazingly talented band and a whole crew that produces everything that they do. And she is a fan and subscriber of Cyber Skull Media. So shout out Lyric and the entire band and crew you got over there. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you live one day. But she wanted to know if we would cover Sally's song since it is spooky season and we can keep going with our theme here. So you guys get a special Monday drop with another Lyric Noel. This one is also from A Nightmare Before Christmas, Sally's song. We talked quite a bit about A Nightmare Before Christmas in the This Is Halloween cover that we dropped last week. So we're not going to waste any more of your guys' time and we'll get on into it. Well, definitely started out pretty slow. I feel like it's gonna maybe pick up or come in a little bit heavier on this last half of the song. But what do you guys think so far?
Definitely, from the movie, this is a little bit more of a mellow song, a little bit more of a somber kind of ballad sort of thing. Very interesting take on it because she is adding a lot of rock elements, which is cool. So I feel like even more so than This Is Halloween, which has a super recognizable instrumentals. This one's different. They kind of had to come up with their own guitar, drum, and bass track for this. So it's impressive.
So far, I'm digging it. It's just a little lower than I was expecting. I think he paused it just before it's going to break down.
Once again, fantastic makeup work.
For sure.
The stitch work and everything on here, very, very good and reminiscent of Sally herself.
I think it's not to be. What will become of my dear friend? Where will his actions lead us then? Although I'd like to join the crowd in their enthusiastic cloud, try as I may, it doesn't last. And will we ever end up together? No, I think not. It's never to become, for I am not the one.
Interesting. It really didn't get any heavier. I was half expecting some wicked guitar solo in there. Now the drummer did still have some great ass beats back there, filling this that kind of kept moving it along. So I appreciated that. It was still I still quite enjoyed it. And it's not really a song from the movie that lends itself to being super heavy anyway. And we've listened to quite a bit more upbeat and heavier stuff the last few weeks. So nice to mix it up a little bit, I think.
Little lead up. I think doing something that we didn't expect. We were waiting for a breakdown. We were waiting for something to go heavy, kick off. I like the fact that she just showed off her vocals. The instrumentals were solid, very subtle. It's still a fire. I got to give her kudos for not going heavy just for the sake of going heavy. When they put this together, they didn't feel like that fit, and I respect the artistry, so I'm going to give it a fire.
So this was definitely fire. I about poked myself in the eyeball. It was slower than I would have wanted. I'm not really a fan of the song, but everything that went into the song made it fire for me. Like, the makeup that you pointed out, the drums, everything that went into it was fucking fire. I got to give them that. The song was just, I was expecting, it to go hard for some reason.
I mean, we have listened to a lot of hard things. Diggity.
Uh-huh.
From them. So we have listened to a lot heavier stuff from them leading up to this. So that's where our expectations were. That's not to say that anything here was bad. We're three dudes.
We're three cool guys looking for other cool guys who want to hang out in our party mansion. Sounds a little gay.
So Sally is definitely not the character from A Nightmare on Elm Street that we are going to relate to, per se. That probably plays a part into it.
Nightmare on Elm Street, you say?
Did I say A Nightmare on Elm Street instead of Nightmare Before Christmas?
You did.
Well,
Oops.
Shiver me timbers.
Keep it in.
Hey, the last video we just did had Freddy in it. All right, give me a break. We covered Chris Webby's Faded with the Stranger, and Freddy was in it. It's spooky season. Get off my back.
I live on Elm Street, so it works.
Anyways, this was fire, and I'm quite interested now to check out some of her other stuff. Now that we've covered several covers, I think we're gonna have to cover an original from her rather soon, and I'm looking forward to it. He recently dropped a Hallows Eve EP, so go check that out if you would like to. I can't recommend checking out her band and her music enough. The vocal range she has, from just singing to the growls and everything else she can do, phenomenal. I wonder if they've covered the Cranberries. You already know what song I'm talking about.
The one and only iconic song.
I'll have to go take a look and see if she's covered Zombie. And if so, we might have to cover that one next. If not, Lyric, we're waiting.
Well, we're waiting.
Well, one last thing I want to throw out here so it doesn't seem like we're just fanboying over here. Mr. Russell Holler, her guitarist and husband, phenomenal musician. We appreciate everything he does in his production and his guitar playing. So yeah, props to the whole band as well.
Everything was very technically sound across the board. So there's really no way to take away from this other than personal tastes. And I still dug it. If I was putting a Halloween playlist together, because I have a Christmas one, so now I should probably put a Halloween one together, this would be on there, getting you in the vibe for spooky season, baby. And we just had a really awesome live stream about Halloween stuff. We were dressed up in costume. I wore that mask right up there, and we had a really great time with our buddy Dustin from the Deep Cut podcast. So go check that out if you want to. And you know what else they should check out, Dylan?
I'm going to go on a limb here and say they should check out the rest of our Fail or Fire playlist.
We have over 70 videos in this series now, and we have a special playlist now specifically just for Lyric Noel, because I have a feeling we're going to cover quite a few more of her songs. So check it out. Let us know in the comments whether you thought this was a fail, fire, or just plain mid. Let us know how much you like The Nightmare Before Christmas and what you'd like to see her cover. Like and subscribe if you had a good time. We are Cyber Skull Media. This was Fail or Fire, and we will keep bringing you the heat. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.
Later.